Friends and fellow travelers, welcome to the Journey Well as we continue on with our Tarot and Shadow Challenge from the Tarot Diagnosis with day 14, which asks us, what parts of my identity are ready for change? Since it says parts, I suppose I ought to take more than one card. Let's see what parts of my identity are ready for change. All right, so we have the 9 of Swords, the 7 of Wands, and the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles being in reverse are the parts of my identity that are ready for change. So let's break this down one at a time. This I read as my scarcity mindset. I've talked about that, in the previous videos, this belief that I'm not enough, that I don't have enough, that I don't have what it takes, and that as soon as I face adversity and hate and dislike and people not showing interest in what I have to say or caring at all, that I will fall apart and believe the old story that says, you're not enough, you don't have enough. So it is ready to pivot upright this way and see, hey, I have enough. I am enough because I'm me. And that isn't an ego statement. That's just a truth statement that says I have to be enough because innately I'm a human being with value because I'm alive and I'm breathing. Finding out what that is means finding out what is important to me, not what's important to everybody else, because I'm only responsible for understanding who I am and showing up as that person and letting the rest of the chips fall where they may. 7 of Wands, the part of my identity that's ready to change is my avoidance of struggle. This is a card of victory through, action. This is not a passive card. This is the card that comes after victory, but says you had victory, but you're going to continue on because you don't get victory and then have an easy life. You don't have victory and then everything is fine after that. Struggles come. And my past identity was get one victory and then bail out, get back home, back where it's safe. This is saying that my identity is ready to change because I'm no longer jumping from victory to victory. I'm no longer jumping from starting something to get a quick win, quitting it, and then finding something new to start, because that has been a pattern for my life a lot, is go get that quick surge of appreciation and then jump to something else where you can be a beginner. Stay in that beginner's mindset in a negative way, not as I want to constantly learn, but as a way of every time I start running, I would run and I'd get faster and then I'd quit and then I wouldn't run for a long time and then I'd be slow and then I'd run for a month or two and I'd get really fast. And seeing those big gains is fun. But once you get to a certain point, those gains are smaller and those struggles are harder. So I'm ready to change that. I've actually just enrolled in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class. I have done it a long time ago, but now I'm ready to go back and get that real world fight. I miss fighting, and that's not, fighting in the sense that I should get a concussion and get punched a whole lot, but it's struggle, and I'm looking forward to that. And the last is the 9 of Swords. So the part of my identity that is wrapped in grief and doubt and worry and fear that people won't like me and all that, and that I'm not enough, like in the 10 of Pentacles being reversed. These are very attached. This is almost the reason for the other card for the 10 of Pentacles. So this is more rooted in that constant cycle of anxiety, trying to control things that aren't meant for me to control, trying to think critically about every single thing I said or did and understand if I'm being a bad person, if I'm embarrassing myself, because I think what other people think of me a lot more than other people think of me. It's like a self-imposed prison that keeps me up at night. So that is a part of my identity that's ready to change, is that self-damaging mental narrative that has run in loops from my majority of my life. Honestly, it's been the operating principle to keep me small, to keep me from entering the next battle, from claiming victory and then quitting, and then always having this belief that I fail all the time because I'm not enough. So those are the parts of my identity that I am ready to change, that are ready to change. I said I'm ready to change because I am. Spirit says, yes, you are. So take all of these messages. We're only 14 days into this thing. Are you getting it, Eric? Do you understand that there's a theme here, and perhaps no matter how hard you might want to try and resist it, you can't, because Spirit knows better than you do and will keep knocking on that door, reminding you, wake up. Here is your issue. Here is the way that we combat it. Now go effing do it. Like, go do the work. Stop playing small. Stop telling the same narrative and expecting something to change because it's on you, my friend. You have everything inside yourself to make a difference. The cards say so. The spiritual world says so. And I know so. That's the key, is I can't refute this evidence because inside myself, I know it's real. I know it's true. And that's one of the powers of these cards in this practice, is because you can't hide from truth within them. It's a prompt. It's a way to journey in and get that truth that you already know that's locked deep inside. So it can make the journey up to here, so that it can be manifested outside of ourselves. So if you enjoyed this message, if it resonated with you and you want to get more in detail with these and other pick a card readings that I do, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and until next time, journey well, my friends.